From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Naira Ahmed. If you're flying Air Transat this week, some flight cancellations are set to start on Monday.
The union has filed a 72-hour strike notice after failing to find common ground following nearly a year of negotiations with travel company Transat AT. Transat says it's working around the clock to reach a deal, but that flights will be gradually suspended starting Monday. Last week, the pilots voted overwhelmingly in favor of a strike if necessary. Their union says it wants the new collective agreement to shore up job security and improve working conditions, compensation, and quality of life. Brenda Molina Navidad, The Canadian Press.
Transat says flight cancellations will ramp up on Tuesday and Wednesday, noting it will inform customers of canceled flights and the solutions put in place to assist them. Aviation data platforms show nearly 40 active planes in its fleet, ferrying tens of thousands of passengers on more than 500 flights each week. Over to Atlantic Canada now, where a special weather statement is in effect for the whole of Nova Scotia and the eastern parts of Prince Edward Island and Newfoundland. Starting tomorrow, Environment Canada says most of Nova Scotia will see 5 to 15 centimeters of snow, with more possible in Cape Breton. The weather agency says the morning commute is expected to be messy in central Nova Scotia and PEI. Across much of eastern Newfoundland, 10 to 20 centimeters of snow is expected, beginning Monday evening and continuing to Tuesday morning. Employers are increasingly calling their staff back to the office as they reverse previous decisions to downsize or shed space altogether.
The shift has been a welcome development for the office real estate sector after years of rising vacancies. Avison Young Canada President Mark Feeder says there's a growing desire among large firms to have their people back in the office for a meaningful amount of time, which is translating to a major uptake of inventory. He says another driver of that demand is that some companies now ready to return to the office have expanded their headcounts over the past 5 years, creating the need for a bigger footprint. Michelle Zedekian, The Canadian Press.
And the Egyptian-Canadian community is ecstatic for the Pharaohs to play some of FIFA's 2026 World Cup games in Canada. Hani El Hanidi is the president of the Egyptian-Canadian Cultural Society of BC. He says soccer is in the blood of Egyptians who call their men's national team the Pharaohs.
We are very happy and glad that Egypt will have one match in Vancouver against New Zealand. And the other 2 matches will be present in Seattle, which is a couple of hours away from Vancouver. Very happy, very excited, and ready.
Meanwhile, BC's Iranian community is shocked that Iran's national soccer team won't play in Vancouver during next year's World Cup. Many are worried about traveling to the United States to see their favorite team because of political tensions and visa restrictions. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, one Canadian NHL team is in action tonight. The Montreal Canadiens can reclaim first place in the NHL's Atlantic Division when they host the St. Louis Blues. The league has also announced that the Winnipeg Jets and Montreal Canadiens will face off in the 2026 Tim Hortons NHL Heritage Classic at Winnipeg's Princess Auto Stadium on October 25th of next year. Winnipeg will host its second outdoor showcase after falling to the Edmonton Oilers at the home of the CFL Blue Bombers in October of 2016 before a crowd of over 33,000 people. Meanwhile, the Montreal Victoire defeated the Toronto Scepters 3-1 in Professional Women's Hockey League action. The Buffalo Bills have won their second straight, rallying from a 10-point fourth-quarter deficit to beat the Cincinnati Bengals 39-34. And McLaren driver Lando Norris has clinched his first Formula One title at the season-ending Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Red Bull driver and defending champion Max Verstappen won the race, with Norris placing third. From the Canadian Press, I'm Naira Ahmed.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.